We live in an age of science and progress. An age where much of what we know have developed so far to the understanding of the natural world. An age where faith in science is fueled with the hopes of peace, robust system and a scientific utopia. And, definitely, an age where mankind carries the fate of the Earth, as we have tremendously distorted the world even in a very short evolutionary and geologic time scale. Science, in its broader sense, has the ability to function in a manner that makes human beings at ease. The intellectual revolution paved the way for developing new ideas and theories that enlightened those dark corners that had never been answered in the early centuries. With the popular utilization of science in every aspect of discipline and routine, it is an unavoidable fact to say that science has infiltrated the minds of everyone in a good and bad way. With all the benefits derived from science, it is not concealed with the fact that pernicious effects are also implied, because anything too much might be harmful and elicit repercussions. Here, we can downright describe the term scientism as a dogma that hard sciences are the only dispenser of legitimate knowledge of reality, and are considered superior to any other disciplines. According to Moreland, J.P. 2018, scientism will only accept the claim of ethics and religion and will not be a sign of bigotry if, and only if, it is accounted with scientific truth. With this kind of spectrum or orthodoxy, one can claim like C.S. Lewis that science may be subjected to manipulation and violence. A person like Lewis envisages the potential danger science may evoke. He stated that it could be corrupted by people who wants to pursue it for power over everyone. He also stated that it is much like juxtaposed with magic, because both have the ability to function, incites gullibility, both possess certain power in their own fields, and both makes impossible suddenly appears possible. They just contrast with the notion that science is far more dangerous than magic since magic failed, and won't have the potential to control people since it does not work then, unlike science that still persists and can be exploited. Because of the rampant modernization, there occurs a lack of moral foundations in making decisions. The scope of science has widened to cross certain boundaries, from genetic engineering to human experimentations and trials. With these circumstances, the essence of modernity is that nothing is sacred, which, in the long run, might affect our views in the world. As modernity is inevitable, one can quite imagine that, henceforward, there will be no clear distinctions between humans, animals, plants, and even in non-living aspects. Everything must have its limits. Science itself is menacing when it ran out of control. We should not be entirely dazzled by the aglow of science as it might lead us astray. Instead, we must learn how to criticize the use of science whether it be beneficial to the development of society. We should be smart enough to decipher a relative destruction it might imply because we are smarter than science. Besides, we created science. At the end of the day, a good science is a scientific method that is, and should be, centered on the goal of making life easier and better with respect to human rights and dignity and with respect to every elements of the world, without the intention of possessing power to control over anyone.